Okay, so what is an MS relapse? I keep saying that. I've said it in several videos, and it kind of sounds like it makes sense to me because I live it. But I forget that for other people, relapse means like a relapse with addiction, like you've messed up or like you've done something wrong. That's completely not true for MS. The relapses can be called flares, exacerbations, but I think most commonly they call them relapses. And by definition, a relapse has to last, it has to be new or worsening symptoms. So something that has happened to you before, like say my vertigo that I don't have right now, if I got that, or something completely new like a drop foot or couldn't walk or something totally I've never experienced. If I have that symptom or range of symptoms for more than 24 hours, has to be at the minimum by definition 24 hours, then it's time to call the neuro. And typically they'll last 6 to 8 weeks. Typically, if you have like my last relapse with the numbness and the weakness that I was experiencing, wasn't just a 24-hour thing, 24-hour. That's kind of like the marker where it's time to call someone. But it lasted for months for me. So it doesn't just go away. And that has been a couple people say, oh, I've had that happen. Like if I'm lying in bed and I hold my phone up for too long, or if I'm holding the phone, my hand goes numb. But that's not the same thing, because when you put your hands down, something tells me your hands are no longer numb. So when you have MS, our hands will go numb too when we're holding something or we're sitting weird or we're doing something odd. But if you're having a relapse, no switch of position or going from hot to cold or nothing changing that is going to make it go away. It's the relapse running its course. Okay, so new or worsening symptoms. Okay, so that kind of ties into pseudo exacerbations. They call them pseudo exacerbations or pseudo flares. When you have every MS patient's different. When you have sort of triggers, and for me, for a long time, and this has gotten better, I was becoming very sensitive to heat, so much I couldn't work out, and so I was basically having pseudo exacerbations from working out. It wasn't that raising my temperature was causing damage, or I was having a relapse, or what I was experiencing, the pain or weakness and all that wasn't hurting me, but it was just making it very difficult. So that has gotten better though for me, which is a good thing. So I don't know if I explained the pseudo exacerbation. So what would be another pseudo exacerbation? Say stress. Stress is a really good example. So if you have a really bad, stressful day or something bad happens, you might think you're slipping into a relapse because you're kind of getting all these neurological symptoms. But say you go to bed, you wake up, and you feel better the next morning, you're good. It's probably just that change in baseline from the stress. And also being sick can do the same thing. Actually happened to me this December. I thought, oh crap, I got vertigo. I thought I was having a relapse, and I was really worried. I thought I'm gonna watch the clock and see if it's been more than 24 hours. And by 14 hours, it just went away. And so, I was probably having inner ear issues like people do. Because, having MS doesn't exclude you from having regular things or other things happening. So that is what a relapse is.